for this Florida adventure, we are exploring Dunedin, Florida. We got a lot of things that we're trying to pack into this weekend. We're gonna head over to Honeymoon Island, watch the sunset. We're gonna take the ferry over to Caladesi and just kind of relax on the beach. Ride some bikes on the Pinellas Trail, as well as seek out some good food. So come along as we explore Dunedin, Florida. Dunedin, Florida is a very walkable town. The Airbnb that we stayed at was only a couple minutes walk to Main Street, and Main Street is where you'll find the shops, restaurants, and museums. If you prefer not to walk, town has a trolley system that takes you all through town, as well as Clearwater and as north as Tarpon Springs. As you're walking around the town, keep your eye out for the murals that decorate the buildings throughout Dunedin. Dunedin is also the home to the Toronto Blue Jays spring training camp. First night in Dunedin, Florida, we headed over to Crown and Bowl, a nice restaurant which has both indoor and outdoor seating. It was hot out, so we elected to stay indoors. We both had the filet mignon, which was just a little overcooked. After dinner was over, we jumped in the car and headed across the Dunedin Causeway to Honeymoon Island. And what a beautiful sunset we got to see. The next morning, we headed back to Honeymoon Island to catch the ferry over to Caladesi Island. The ferry ride takes about 20 minutes, and the cost is $18 for adults, $9 for kids 6 to 12, and free for kids 5 and under. I'll leave a link to the website in the description of the video. We could not ask for better weather. We're out here at Caladesi Island, and it is absolutely beautiful out here. The water is gorgeous. As we sat on the beach, we had noticed this tour boat going by with dolphins jumping in the wake. Very cool sight to see. Whereas Honeymoon Island can get a bit crowded, we found that Caladesi was far more secluded. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you get the chance, hit that subscribe button too. We spent about 4 hours on Caladesi Island before we headed back to grab some lunch at the Old Bay Cafe. Once again, we ordered the exact same thing. We really need to mix it up a little. Later in the evening, we headed out to get some ice cream, and then afterwards strolled around Dunedin a little more. On our last morning of the weekend, we strapped on our walking shoes, headed on out into town along the waterway, and then wrapped around to the Pinellas Trail. We never did rent bikes on this particular trip, but that leaves us something new to do the next visit. We did, however, head over to Lane's Lemonade on 2 occasions. I highly recommend you stop there too. And that's how we spent our weekend Florida adventure in Dunedin, Florida. Whether you were looking for a day trip, a weekend trip, or maybe even a week, Dunedin is a great town to go and visit. Before we headed back home, we had lunch at Casa Tina, a great local Mexican restaurant.